You can't really get a whole lot for less than $6, and I put this whole outfit together for $6. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let me just explain, if you're wondering why I'm doing a DIY costume video in the middle of March, let's just explain a few things. My sister turned 30 on March 3rd. She asked my mom a couple months ago if she would throw her a 30th birthday party. My mom was like, okay, but if we're doing a birthday party, we're going all out. My mom was like, we're doing Alice in Wonderland themed. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I am going to be making my costume for the party. Like, we're getting everyone to dress up and everything, but obviously since my hair is purple, I'm going with the Cheshire Cat because it just seems fitting to me. I wanted to make a DIY Cheshire Cat costume. You know what? I wanted to make it super cheap. So today I'm just gonna be taking you through the process of me making this costume. I'm also gonna have a second video where I show you guys all the DIYs that we made for the party because it's gonna be super cool and super fun, and we made a bunch of stuff. So I've been recording that process, so look out for that. That's gonna be my next video. It's happening next Tuesday, so keep your eyes peeled. Like, I'm thinking Cheshire Cat meets like tea party dress kind of situation, and then I'll do like some cute cat makeup and do my hair, and I'll put my pink like streak extensions in. I think it's gonna be cool. So I'm gonna show you guys what we're working with because we're gonna be making this for under $10. I picked up these two fabric pink tablecloths from the dollar store. They were $4 each. I know, the dollar store is not really a dollar store anymore. It's called the Dollarama, but things are up to $4 now. I think it's still cheaper than if I went to like a fabric store. So the fabric cost me $8. I don't know if I'm gonna need two, but I bought two just to make sure. And then for the stripes, I'm just literally gonna be using some dollar store craft paint. There's no price on it, but I think this is more than $1. I think it's like $1.25 or something. Yes, we are gonna need a couple more things. We're gonna need a paintbrush. I'm gonna use some painter's tape. I'm gonna use my sewing machine. I'm gonna use some thread. I'm gonna use a zipper, but I already have those things. So if you guys don't have those things, it might cost a little bit more if you want to recreate this at home. I'm not a master sewer. I am completely self-taught. The only reason I know how to sew is because I used to cosplay and I used to make my own costumes all the time. So that's the only reason I know how to sew. I've actually been putting this off because I'm kind of scared because I don't really know how I'm going to start it yet, but I kind of have like, I think I have an idea. So we are in our little workstation. We're going to be working over here on my newly painted desk. Go check out that video if you didn't watch it. I'll link it down below. I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but a while back I did a video where I transformed a pair of gingham like pants from the dollar store into this cropped top. I'll also link that down below if you guys want to check it out. What I like to do when I'm sewing something is I like to take something that has a similar fit to it and then trace the pieces and cut them out because patterns kind of scare me, don't know how to use them, so I just kind of like to make my own, if that makes sense. I'm going to be tracing the pieces of this onto the tablecloth fabric. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to wait till they're sewn together to paint the stripes on, or if I'm going to cut the pieces out, paint the stripes on, and then sew everything together, which I feel like that might be the best way to do it. I'm actually kind of hoping that we only need one tablecloth because that would be sweet. Realizing right now this tablecloth is kind of see-through. You can still see me. That's okay, it's just a costume, we'll figure it out. Let us begin on our sewing journey. So I've traced out all my pieces for the top half of the dress, and since the fabric is see-through and it literally only took like the first top strip of the fabric, I think I'm actually going to cut out 2 pieces for each piece of the dress so that it thickens it up a little bit and it won't be see-through, which will make my life easier when I go to wear it and I won't have to figure out what the heck to do then. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all these out twice, and if you guys are doing this at home, make sure you don't cut right at the lines. Make sure you cut like this much away from the lines, maybe even more. Sometimes I cut off even more just in case, because when I sew, things tend to go awry, and it's better for it to be too big than too small, because if it's too big you can make it smaller, but if it's too small and you don't have any extra fabric, you can't make it bigger. That's my little words of wisdom for you.
Dream up a world of pirates, climb the highest tree, fall down. Mama, I'm finding.
Now I have all of of my pieces cut out twice, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the skirt piece. So I basically measured how long I want the skirt. I want my skirt to be about 20 inches long, maybe a little bit shorter, just depending on how it fits, but I just wanted to make it a little bit longer in case I wanted to shorten it later. The width of this tablecloth is a pretty good width. Oh, bye pencil, it's nice knowing you.
Don't worry, go back out, you see, sail home.
I have every single piece that I need cut out, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some green painter's tape and mark off the stripes that I want to paint purple. Basically, this may be a little bit tedious, but it's gonna be so much easier than trying to like freehand a stripe. This is not a perfect process, and it's probably gonna be hard to perfectly line them up, so I'm not really gonna worry about it too much. We're still gonna get the gist, we're still gonna get the stripes, so I feel like everyone's still gonna know what's going on.
Sweet home, where the ships must go to get all cleaned up and put away. Call it a day. Call it a day.
Welcome to day, I guess I should say night, number 2. Are you guys ready for the most satisfying thing ever? Oh my god. Yes. Anyway, you get the point. Once your thing's painted, just rip the paint off. I mean the tape, not the paint. We don't want to rip the paint off, no. So now that I've sewn the front pieces together, I'm gonna go ahead and sew the 3 back pieces. So there's a piece for the center of the back, and then there's a piece that kind of go along the sides. And since my waist kind of cinches in a little bit more than the top of my back, the bottom is a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew these lines. And then I'm gonna sew this back piece to the front piece, but I'm only gonna sew one side because I'm gonna use the other side for the zipper, but we're not quite there yet. So now I have the top of the dress pretty much all sewn together. So this is the front, this is where I sewed the back on. It's kind of hanging down there. And this side is going to connect to that side down there when we put the zipper on. But first, we're gonna take the skirt pieces. Yes, there's 2, because like I said in the beginning of the video, this fabric is actually kind of see-through, so I doubled up on the skirt as well. So we're going to take the skirt pieces and pin them to along the bottom of the top. But of course, before you do any of that, just hold this around yourself if you're trying this at home and make sure it fits first. And you can make adjustments before you put the skirt on. This is going to be hard to explain, so please just bear with me. Oh my god, my foot is like sticking to tape down here. That's, oh, geez Louise. Okay. So we have the top part of the dress laying face up on the desk. We have the skirt part of the dress laying face down on top of the bodice of the dress. Okay, hopefully that made sense. So I have pinned my skirt to the bottom edge of the top. Now, as you can tell, there's like these like big gaps. The skirt is longer than the top because I kind of want it to be like a little bit ruffled, not like skin tight and stuff. So I'm just gonna bunch this together kind of like this while I'm sewing it so we get some ruffles. Alright guys, so I did go ahead and finish the dress without really filming a whole lot because I was kind of under a little bit of a time crunch. Yeah, it's actually like a couple of days since the party has passed, so I'm just gonna quickly go over what I did that I didn't really film, and then I'm gonna show you guys some clips from the party so you can see what the dress looked like and what I paired it with and all that fun stuff. I do believe the last section of footage was from when I sewed the skirt onto the dress. Now after that, I went to the inside of the dress. I just folded over the seams, as you guys can see, and sewed them down so I wouldn't have like a lot of fraying. And I did the same thing with the inside seams of the dress, as you guys can see. So I went in and did that with all of the different seams. Then I went ahead and added the zipper, and I specifically didn't film this part because I don't know why I added a zipper, because zippers are like the worst thing. They're like the death of me when I try to sew things. Not to like say you guys won't be able to do it or anything, but I'll see if I can find like a better, like a actual zipper tutorial and link it down below for you guys, because I really feel like I would not be a good source of information on how to install a zipper. So the dress was completely, like it was completely sewn together on one side and then completely open on the other. I sewed the zipper into the one side. The zipper doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, so I just sewed the seam down along the bottom. And then really the only thing left was to add the straps. So I did film a little bit of this for you, but basically I just took 2 strips of fabric, folded the edges inside, and then sewed them together. And then I just went ahead and sewed the edges of the straps to the 2 points in the front. So this is where I attached the 2 seams in the back. And then the dress was done. I think it turned out pretty cute. I can't remember if I mentioned this already, but I did make each piece of the dress like double layered because the fabric was a little bit see-through. So I did the same thing for the bottom of the dress, but instead of sewing it together along the bottom, I actually just left it open so that I had like a double layer kind of effect. And I thought it looked really cute. I put some pink hair extensions in my hair. My original plan was to make like a headband that matched like the pink of the dress, but I ended up running out of time, so I just used this headband that I got from, it was either Urban Planet or Forever 21 a couple years ago. And then I wore a pair of purple tights. Unfortunately, I don't think they made it through the night because there was already holes in them, because I had them for a long time and I didn't realize before I put them on that there was holes in them. So the runs just got a little out of control. So those are probably toast now. I wore my pink Converse sneakers, so that was the whole outfit. I put some pink and purple eyeshadow on, drew some whiskers on. I could have went and drawn like the face, but I was going for more of like a cute vibe rather than a replication of the cartoon. Here is the full look all together.
Call it a day. Call it a day.
And that's gonna be the end of today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a thumbs up down there and comment down below if you want to see more like sewing type of videos. I like doing sewing videos from things that I get from the dollar store because it's like you can make them kind of cheap, but then they end up looking really cool. Like all in all, I did actually only end up spending around $6 on this dress because I only ended up needing one of the tablecloths, which is sweet. You can't really get a whole lot for less than $6, and I put this whole outfit together for $6. So I'm pretty happy with that. Make sure to stay tuned next Tuesday where I'm gonna be showing you guys all the DIYs we made for the party, and I'm gonna show you guys like an overview of everything that we put together. It turned out really, really cool. I think you guys are really gonna like it. And hopefully it will inspire you guys to make your own Alice in Wonderland party. Don't forget to find me on all my social medias. At Fallon Fraser for every single one of them. I'll link them all down below. Come find me on TikTok. I make some videos over there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.